make sure your path is clear, right? If you want to achieve success in anything that you do, it doesn't matter what path you go down, what decisions you make. If you want to have success in anything that you do, the number one important thing, probably the biggest, most important thing, is having a clear vision, right? Clearing your path, making sure that you double down and that you go all in on something, right? Not multiple things at once. You want to keep your focus on just one thing, because that one thing will keep you on a certain path. But having multiple things to focus on is going to pull you in too many different directions, to the point where it starts to become detrimental to your real success. But when you have one thing to focus on, that's all you're worried about. That one thing to focus on, and it has to be the right thing, right? It's gonna take you to where you want to get. Especially if it's something that's gonna actually help you in developing your success for the future. And it's gonna help you develop your character as you move on through life. It's gonna make you a stronger person. It's gonna make you a better person, not just for everyone else around you, for the people that you care about, but for you. And making sure that you have a support group is also very important. You want to have people behind you, people that are gonna actually support you, so you can have people to bounce off of, right? When anything goes wrong, when nothing goes in your way, or you feel like things aren't going the way that you want to, these people should be in your corner, supporting you. You should have those people. Maybe it's just one person, or maybe you're in a situation where you actually don't have no one. And this is where you have to make sure that you show up for yourself. Make sure that you are gonna be there, which means that you have to develop certain habits. You're gonna have to adopt certain characteristics, certain traits, things that are actually gonna help you. This means having self-respect for yourself, right? Probably the number one thing, which is having love for yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. And this also goes with any other characteristics. Self-respect, right? Being consistent, being patient, right? And then also having faith and belief. All these things tied up are going to literally put you wherever you want to go. But the thing is, you actually have to make sure that you have nothing in your way, right? And if anything is in your way, then that means it's not. And this means that these things in your way are never going to help you. If something is actually in your way and you feel like it's blocking your path to wherever you want to go, which is your success, then they're there for a reason. It's there for you to maneuver through, which is also going to help you in turn get to the place where you need to be. Because you're obviously gonna have to go through struggles and hurdles, right? This path to success that you're trying to go on, this person that you're trying to develop, your character, the person you're trying to become, which is always better, which is always trying to elevate. This person that you are trying to create is going to have to go through things. It's inevitable. And those things in your path, those roadblocks that you have, are going to be put in place for a reason. Don't think that just because they're put in your place, it's just for you to never keep going. Because if you hit one thing and you stop, then that means that you were never meant for that path. Or it means that you were really just not prepared to go down that path. And maybe you have another path to go down, or maybe you don't. But if you let one obstacle stop you, then any other obstacles in your future are also going to stop you. You have to realize that. If you can't get past one obstacle, unfortunately, there's no even real reason to bother trying. Because if it takes one small obstacle to stop you forever, for good, then you don't have enough self-respect for yourself to want success. You don't have enough love for yourself to really want better for yourself. But the obstacles that are going to be in your way are to help you get better. You learn from those obstacles and you apply them to the next one. And then you go so forth to the next one. And you keep doing that until you reach inevitable success. Right? But these things are always going to be in your way. But that path has to be cleared out, right? And I mean mentally. You have to know what you want. But it's not always the easiest thing. Okay, certain things take time. And you should always try different things. It doesn't matter what it is, because you never know what's actually going to stick. And if you're alive right now, that means you still have time to think about what you want to do with your life. You still have time to do so many different things. You need to take those chances. You only have one life to live. Take those chances. Take every risk that you can. Now, obviously, be smart about it, right? Be smart about it. Be logical. Put reasoning behind all your decisions. Right? You don't want to do something that's going to ruin the rest of your life. That's not what you're here for. You're here to grow. So you do things, right? Cost benefit analysis and risk analysis. What's actually going to help you? What is it going to cost? And how is it going to help you in return? What is it going to benefit for you? That's what you have to do. You have to analyze every single consequential outcome that comes from all your decisions, right? And make sure that when you do these and you make these decisions, that you go in with the right intentions, you go in with the right mind. Make sure that you're in a place where you're mentally stable enough to go through and make any decision logically, with reason, ethical, morally right? So that when these decisions come your way, you know how to actually properly delegate and manage your decisions in order for you to gain the reward that you're going to reap from those decisions. Because once you gain that reward, then it was given to you rightfully. It will always be given to you rightfully. So long as you do those things for yourself. You got to help yourself. You can't put yourself in a situation where you know it's going to hurt you later on in life. And you have to start adopting these decisions. You have to start adopting this mindset now, while you still can, while you're still early enough to do so, while you still have the chance right now. So you don't do yourself any more damage than you might have already. Or you start right now while you have a clean slate to life still, while you're still young, while you still have the chance. And even if you're not young, you still have a lot of life experience left, right? Doesn't mean that you have to stop now. You can change your entire mindset, right? You can be conscious about every decision that you make, realizing that once you're conscious, that you're able to accept everything and embrace everything. And being aware of everything is only going to do you right. It's only going to do you right in the outcome of any decision that you make. But you have to make sure that your path is clear enough, that your vision is clear enough to know what you actually want to do, so that you can put all your focus on that one thing. And it has to be something that you love to do. It has to be a passion that you want to do. It has to be something that every time you do it, it's going to drive you to want to do it even more. And you're going to have more love for it and be more attached to it, right? With a healthy balance attached to that. And being able to do it in moderation enough for you to continuously work on it and put progress into it, right? Because success is not linear ever, but those small wins stack up. All those small wins that you put in every single day are eventually going to add up, and over time it will look linear. But while you're doing it in that moment, while you're in that present moment, it's obviously not going to be linear, right? You're going to have downfalls, you're going to have mistakes, you're going to have hiccups, you're going to have things that don't work out for you, and that's normal. Everything that you go through, right, in order to achieve success is normal. Whatever happens, any roadblocks, anything that you feel like is going to stop you, anything that comes in your path to try to stop you is normal, but it's put in place for a reason. You're being tested when these things happen, and you have to be tested, because life is going to test you, and it's going to see whether or not you are worthy of the success that you are trying to achieve. It's going to see if you're worthy enough to actually be rewarded for your success. It's going to see if you're strong enough to want to keep going, because you should know by now that life doesn't care about you or the next person. Life is going to continue to be what it is, and that's all you should see it as. Is life is just what it is, and that's how you have to accept it, right? You can't have any emotional attachment to the way life is for you, right? That's not to say you need to block out your emotions. You need to feel your emotions. That's just a part of the human process. That's a part of your natural process as a human. But don't be so attached to those emotions where it starts to throw off your ability to make decisions or your ability to act on certain things. And it becomes more of a trap, because now your mind becomes entangled with those feelings and those emotions. That's not what you want. You want to be conscious of your emotions, of course. Understand why you're going through them. Understand why you're going through them, and what for, the reason for those emotions. And just be accepting of everything, right? But understand that this path that you want to go on, these decisions that you want to make, right, this vision that you need to have must be clear. You must have a clear vision, and once you do, you have to go all in. You have to double down. You have to make sure that that decision, right, that will propel you into success is your main priority, and make sure that everything else around you, everything else in the background, anything else that's going on in your life is only to help you to achieve that success for that thing that you want to do. Anything around you should only help you. If it's not helping you, you have to get rid of it. These are sacrifices that you have to make in order for you to actually achieve success, which means that it's going to be lonely, it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, of course. With great achievement, with great success comes great sacrifice. As long as you realize that, and as long as you understand that this is a part of the process, then you have nothing to worry about, and you can only prepare yourself so that when the time comes, if anything ever happens, you are ready. Everything I just said is simple, not easy. Love y'all, man. Peace, y'all.